So to recap, we've seen someone leave a blade with the apparent crest of Duchalon in a body. This implies someone following Gaspard or Florian's orders killed said person, or that someone was against the Chalons and simply planted the knife there. This would have made for an easy enough ruse and would allow us to develop the plot more in order to discover the truth of who killed this guy, if of course that was ever used. But it wasn't. All of this is immaterial considering there are a dozen or so bodies throughout the gardens and inside the servants' quarters anyway. Did that knife or those people kill all these people too? So what was the big deal of killing this one council member then? Then there was this ridiculous scene. Never mind the impossibility of kicking someone out a window. We simply eliminated an assassin when we easily could have overpowered them, unless they teleported away to safety like they did previously. We didn't interrogate them or even bother to try and capture them. This is after we gave Morgan a speech about this very topic.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first.
That's a touch hypocritical, but that's fine. We can be hypocrites. It's called building character, having flaws. But if the narrative doesn't address that flaw, like, say, one of our companions notices this moral discrepancy, then A, our protagonist cannot have any character change because nothing matters to the character or characters, and worse yet, B, they're just a lying plot device of random choices and momentary attitudes. No underlying temperament, nothing, just whatever the writers felt like writing at the time, past and future be damned, which makes the Inquisitor nothing more than the player's empty cipher. You are playing the game, and here's your character. Player, doesn't he have a wonderful voice actor? Aren't his lines entertaining? Compare that to Dragon Age 2, where you actually establish a type of character based on your accumulated social choices. It's not development, but it's still a mechanic, and that, where I admit, some of those scenes with Smarmy Hawk were actually entertaining. And thirdly, and worst of all, the villain reveal. Not as a result of investigation or putting clues or evidence together, where you choose to go a certain route over others. This is the player simply entering a room and being the third audio cue out of like 3 doors, behind which involved someone talking or screaming to entice you to open them. And then the villain declaring themselves the villain, saying we've played into their trap, and like any Bond villain, they exit stage right, assuming a bunch of hired archers and demons are going to kill us, even though all the enemies don't stand a chance, and we've been killing cannon fodder enemies all game, including the palace, which our villain should have been aware of. Oh, and we have a magical power that seals demons' abilities to manifest themselves in this physical world. And we're doing some weird secret thing behind our backs, and then somersaulting, and then, I don't know, whatever the hell that was about. Which means we didn't have to do anything. We don't have to be here. All we had to do was attend the ball, hang out around Celine, or stay close to Morgan and Celine, and then when Florianne's about to announce herself or strike, we just, kick her off a balcony. No need for clues or blackmailing or exploration for evidence or any kind of that nonsense. Anyway, we make our way back to the grand ballroom.
Is it true the Inquisitor was held out of the Fade by Andraste?
Are you kidding? This is the most regurgitated line. This is during a loading screen? Like, what? And we just walk in with our weapons. I'm glad to see the guards not giving a damn, especially since I'm a bloody mage. Oh, no, not a blood mage. I mean, never mind.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Here we have the choice of letting Florianne kill Celine. I don't know why anyone would choose this. It kind of goes against our plot, which we never really discussed about why we should change it. You can go talk to her, or let Inquisition forces maybe detain her.
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor?
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile.
And not only have our weapons disappeared, so have Gaspard and Briala. The magical world of stage directions. Where did you put your characters there, animator? Oh, they've disappeared. It's magic. Stage magic.
This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike.
Yes, I wanted to strike up the match, to light the cake, to surprise you. This is a party. Or strike up the band, and so I could dance with the people. You like the English words, yes?
When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces.
But we were aiming for the apple on your head. We didn't want to kill you. Besides, the arrowheads were made of the candy magical caprice coins. Imagine how popular you'd be at the ball. And how the hell is anyone hearing us? What's this fake whispering soundtrack? It's like louder than us. And boy, do I know about sound levels.
You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary.
Now, is that the knife with the Chalon crest sticking out of the guy at the fountain at the garden? Considering Florianne's also of the same house, that's not a very good form of framing. She could equally be framing herself. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we're assuming she did actually do that. See, we don't even know who did it. Nothing came about from that. So yeah, if it was her, she could actually be framing herself. So everything the Inquisitor has said can be taken many ways, and doesn't really imply anything. Oh, archers, they tried to kill you. Really? Okay, well, prove it.
It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire Council of Heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
How is this an ambitious plan? I mean, how is she sure to kill or stop Celine or kill or implicate Gaspard? Let's assume she killed that one council emissary. Okay. How is she going to kill or stop the rest of them? What was the point? Wasn't it just a bloodbath over there? What was the council emissary doing there in the gardens in the first place? What was her ambitious plan here? I mean, what the hell are we even talking about? At this point, I don't know what exactly we're supposed to know based on what our Inquisitor is saying, whether this really was that ambitious a plan, or if Florianne is almost as confused as I am, or how anyone is believing any of this. In order for this kind of reveal at the end of murder mysteries, you need either proof or a grand deduction as a result of clues. So much that it causes a psychological reaction where the villain reveals themselves. All of what we've done so far is just dialogue without connecting dots, and Florianne admits to nothing. And if the dots don't connect, how does anyone know about these dots? I mean, how would they believe us? This is all just hearsay. Saying Florianne wants to do X implies nothing if there's no empirical cause for X. This is like, pretty basic stuff in detective fiction, and the writer is just jumping to the conclusion. Where's the actual deduction? Where's the presentation of evidence in our explanation, Mr. Inquisitor?
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories.
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Okay, calling for a judge, that's interesting. I mean, the Inquisitor is just saying things. Some of it I think he just made up. Why is Celine believing anything he's saying, though? Why would anyone?
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
Okay, and now we have the option of killing her or taking her away. How and why would anyone believe us just because we said words? Don't we need to show some evidence? Are we going to jump from the judge and jury and go straight to the executor? Do I really have that authority here? Hey, Florianne, thanks for your party. I said a whole bunch of crap about clues I didn't reveal to anyone. Oh yeah, by the way, which I discovered by exploring parts of the palace I wasn't supposed to be in, and now I'm going to lop your head off. Yeah, you can totally believe me. Nice build-up there, narrative. Good lord, did these writers even read a goddamn mystery novel in the past 100 years?
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out.
Okay, how did she lose it? Was she even playing? What proof do you have here? What is going... If you're this Inquisitor fellow who's playing detective, surely you must have some evidence or some amazing deduction as to how what you said is actually true. I'll say it again. This is like getting to the end of a murder mystery and saying the murderer just tried to kill us, but you have to believe me because I said so. Therefore, it must be true. And then no explanation. No evidence. Like no evidence of a struggle, and everyone just goes along with whatever the detective just said. This is not a plot reveal. This is not a twist. This is not a climax. There's no conflict here. There's no genius, clever observation made by the detective. This is just words. She tried to kill me. Yeah, Whoop-de-doo. I mean, welcome to the grand game, buddy. Within this setting, that's a given. People are trying to kill each other. Was there poison in your drink? Could you maybe point us to the archers who tried to kill you? Oh, right, you can't. Because you killed them, the game makes their bodies magically disintegrate, and the magical tear you closed no longer exists. Yeah, thanks. And what about all the conspirators? Or Tevinter agents ready to strike against Celine? Are they just standing around? Did they run away? Are they playing dumb? Shouldn't we still try and, make sure Celine isn't going to get stabbed later? Was Florianne just going to go up to Celine and stab her? Oh, she was. And there the conspirators are. Oh, jeez. Okay, what the hell? Wasn't she all loud and boisterous and confident about being the Empress of Thedas? Did she just stop wanting to lie? What is going... Is this the same character? She didn't even offer a fight. Why? She just rolled over. Did I miss something here? Who cares if Briala and Gaspard turn their backs? What do you need them for? What is she doing?
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough. For the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.